I wonder if I did that right. That'd be really cool. All right. Somebody respond to me now.
I am
Hello.
responding. Hello, Father.
Boo!
Hello.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Oh, hey, Angry.
That's one hell of a response.
We have a guest starring today. It's Angry. He's going to be the audience.
No, don't make me be the audience. That'd be bad for everybody.
All right. Also, I need to be telling you, Angry, we are recording just for Nee's sake because she's not here, which means that we are also going to be replacing certain roles that she has already done. Xander, you're Emma, right? And then I would be Plum.
Yep.
And then Siri will be Alita. But for now, Siri gets to voice this character.
Excuse me. Coming through.
Ah, it's you, Mr. Gavin. And then this is Stray's line.
Apollo, who is this guy? Sorry, I'm almost done. Give me
That was
just
perfect. Apollo, who is this guy?
I must say, I'm used to being inspected by the ladies. But this is the first time I felt this way with a man.
Ooh.
And
Mr. Gavin?
Hey, it's my character.
Ah, Fräulein. What is a sweet morsel like you doing in such a dismal place? Can I help?
Yes?
Hold on.
The policeman officer fellow here won't let us in. We even have a letter of request.
You must be exhausting standing out here. I will take you to the scene of the crime.
Oh, really?
By your leave, officer.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Haha, very well. This way, Fräulein.
Whee!
And then it's Stray.
Hey, what about me?
All right, back to your rotation. Hey, this looks familiar. I guess. It looks like it's supposed to look familiar. June 15th, people...
Nah. On that note, enjoy your investigation.
Thank you. Will we see you again?
Ask the wind, Fräulein. I'll be riding on it.
The fuck did he just say, Colin?
Yo.
Who was that?
Eee! Apollo, look! A corpse!
What? Hey, it's just a mannequin.
Wow, it sure got me.
And then, I think, this is Xander. This is Emma.
Might I ask exactly what is it you're doing here? Oh, it's you. How did you kids get in here?
Oh, this guy, well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in.
Him again. That glimmerous fop. Always getting in my way. Anyway, this scene is off limits.
And then we have Stray.
Excuse me, we have a letter of request.
One moment.
Why is she holding the big magnifying glass?
Who knows?
And we'll never know. I'd recognize that handwriting anywhere. Scientific analysis says that this is written by Alita Tiala.
Thanks. It took you 30 minutes to figure this out?
Same thing.
So, what's up with the mannequin there?
It's taking the place of the body, preserving the scene of the crime as it was found.
The body was pulling the stand?
So you're a defense attorney, are you? Detective Emma Sky. I'm in charge of this crime scene.
He doesn't seem that happy about it.
He doesn't seem that happy about many things.
I trust you know how to stay out of the way. I always carry 2 pairs of handcuffs, just in case.
All right, this is Emma. She's actually returned.
Wow.
partner
I like
in
her.
those games.
She's cool.
She's so
Let's talk.
grown up. It's so weird. All right, let's talk about the case.
Sorry.
No, take your time.
Detective Sky?
Quiet, please. It's snack time.
Oh boy. Yeah,
What the fuck?
I remember this shit.
Munch, 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 munch. Munch, 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 munch. Munch, 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 munch,
She's still
munch.
We're not making much progress here.
The string?
She must not be very busy.
A lucky break. Back after 9 years, and they won't give me the position I requested. And then I hear he gave up the defense attorney life.
He? Who's he? An ex-defense attorney.
I wonder.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, what's next? Her story or
Your story.
the defendant? All right.
Let's
well.
ask her. Oh
Detective
no.
Sky?
All right.
Quiet, please. It's snack time.
As,
Are you
as can
serious?
see, she is not
Oh.
willing to talk to us.
Do we present her something?
We have to indeed.
Munch, 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 munch,
What if we
munch,
present her
munch,
the
munch.
attorney badge?
What if we present her these hands?
All right, let's see. Do I have these hands? Fuck, we didn't find them.
Oh, give her the
Oh,
underwear.
shit.
Underwear.
Oh my god.
Not my panties.
If you could spare a moment to take a look at this.
Arrest this man. Can't you see that I am extremely, extremely busy?
Eating snacks. Yes.
Busy eating snacks, I'd say.
This is going nowhere fast.
But actually, probably attorney's badge.
Here's my attorney's badge.
Oh,
that's the
no.
same
If you
Never
could spare a
mind.
moment. Oh, shit.
The noodles?
The noodles?
I don't know.
No.
Maybe the
That's
car
something.
window.
Wow.
Wrong crime scene. Maybe we just examine for now?
No, I tried the car window.
What about the phone?
The phone.
Oh, is it her phone? No.
Nope, the same thing. Can't you see that I am extremely busy? Nope. Okay, sure, let's take a look. She's not willing to talk to us. What do we want to look at first? You just want to look at the shack?
The car, I mean.
The knife?
What is that? What is that frame rate?
What?
I don't know.
I think it's
60.
a little. It's a
I-
little
it's-
chunky,
it's-
but it's fine.
It's a little chunky, yeah,
Am I-
because I
am
can
I-
count the number of frames.
That's really weird. Okay, let me switch back to
It's
this.
6.
Usually you do
60.
30.
Yeah, let me switch it to 30 then. Let me break it for you. Oh god. Killed the audio. Okay.
Wait, it's like 3 times faster now.
Zoom! Yeah, it's because I had to do it in 30 frames. Okay. That's really neat. How does it sound?
Yeah, sounds alright.
It sounds okay.
Sounds fine? Okay.
Let's check out the Iddles cart.
the,
Yeah, the car.
The Eldoon
yeah.
cart.
Eldoon. Noodles.
Hey there, no messing with the crime scene.
But we need to investigate.
Apollo, look! That stand! It says Eldoon!
I've noticed. Well, we've solved the case of the missing stand at least. Another one for the books.
Another day,
So-
another victory for the OGs.
Though the circumstances could be better.
Could stand to be better. Hey.
Uh-huh. I'll fight you.
Okay. I'll lose honorably.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Hey there, no messing with my crime scene. I already said that. Investigations are to be carried by professionals, scientifically.
You know what, bitch, Becca?
She's not going to let us check out the crime scene, is she?
Can we do anything here?
Hey, Apollo. My very unscientific analysis tells me something here is very suspicious.
I think I know what you mean. It's kind of hard not to notice.
What did we come here to?
I'd better check out what we came to here to find, at least.
The dead body, right? Oh well.
Maybe the statue. Maybe.
The trash.
The
Oh
trash?
yeah.
No, it says.
No.
Oh,
It won't let us check it out. What about the knife?
Hey, get out.
I,
Hold on,
I hovered over
Oh,
that
no.
as well. She won't let us.
Hold on, I'll be back.
Okay,
I'll be
I
back.
guess we can't.
Okay.
Get out. Get down.
uh
I guess we can't check out the back yet.
oh. Can we move?
Is it-
Like sometimes you can move side to side. No.
Oh, she doesn't look happy. No, there's no. Usually it would let me to just tell me to press left or right, and I'll be able to move it.
What do you mean?
There would be like a little symbol on the left or right side of the screen, and I just press left or right in the D-pad, and it moves the screen for us. And I don't see that there at all. Same thing here. This is about the entire thing that we can examine, and the little hand gives a check mark, which means we're done here.
Yeah.
But she didn't.
Yeah, we still,
What did she?
we still have. She's not willing to talk to us at the moment.
No, come here, don't run.
And she's not willing to let it. And she. But then Apollo said, "Let's look at what we came here to find." What did we?
We came here. We came here to find a dead body, but she won't let us examine it. Which essentially, the dead body would be this, the mannequin.
Knocking over shit,
then-
you little asshole.
I'm sorry, Stray.
Man.
God.
No. Fucking come here.
That's his cat, I
Look
think.
on the left.
Generally, yeah, that's what knocks shit over. It's a cat.
Mhm.
But yeah, we came here to find the stand, I guess.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Fucking Pop-Tarts being
Can we-
shit.
Present her the bolt. No, I guess this makes sense.
We already tried that.
I know,
could
but
go
now
talk
that
to
we've
Eldoon.
said this is his. Oh yeah,
Another
maybe
way
talk
down.
to him that we found it, but it's part of a crime scene.
Sure, we could do that. Ain't nobody here.
Just want attention, don't you, Betty?
June
Yeah.
15th, Eldoon's house. When this text comes up, that generally means that you're advancing the story. So you've done a good job.
Yay.
Oh, Mr. Eldoon, hello?
Looks like he left.
And we found his stand and everything. What about our free bowl?
Oh, too bad. It looks like we'll have to wait a little longer for the bowl. So sorry.
Aw, what a bummer.
However, this time, this just means you're here too early.
Aw.
Examine. No, just re-examine everything.
We already examined
did,
everything.
We've
yeah.
examined everything
But maybe
before.
something's changed. Oh, okay, fine.
Talk to the dog.
Guile
It's
Dude's
like-
dog doesn't look too lively. They say dogs and their owners resemble each other. I guess there are exceptions.
Damn.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to examine everything here?
What else
Or
have we
maybe-
not gotten?
Hmm.
I wonder.
I don't see anything.
We haven't talked
new.
to the defendant, but that's like all
Yeah.
that comes to mind.
Oh, can we go
True.
to? Oh, now that she's given us the letter, can we actually go visit them in
Oh,
the
Alita,
detention?
I think, right? Or no, Alita's fiance or something like that, right?
Get a detention
Oh, there we go.
That's not the only thing you're missing, though. But yes, let's go. Let's go advance.
Whatever. We'll start
June
there.
15th, detention center, visitors room.
Polly, you look as happy as a clam in its shell.
Let me drink some water. Ah. And then Stray disappeared again.
I'm sorry.
You're okay.
He keeps fucking tapping the mic.
Oh.
Well, lawyer, this is it. The place where the battle begins.
Woo, snap.
You need something?
Yes, we're attorneys. I was hoping we could see Mr. Walkie-Kataki.
Sorry, he's in questioning right now. Could take a while.
Yeah. Oh well. Guess we'll have to come back later then.
So we're too early.
So much for that battle.
Do we talk to?
We should go back to that one
Venus?
scene maybe, or
Which
yeah, the scene at the park. But I don't know. She's just gonna bitch slap us.
But
the
yeah,
whole time.
she's just being mean. She did say she wanted like an attorney, so maybe we can get Phoenix to talk to her. I don't know.
Yeah, try that. Try that one.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. June 15th, Hickfield Clinic. Ah, you're back. Run into some problems?
Oh, Polly, didn't you want to tell Daddy something?
Who? Me? No. Fine, really.
What's this? So there is a problem.
No problem. Actually, I got a defense request.
A defense request? That is a problem.
Huh?
I've given up the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore.
The request was for me.
Oh, right. You're a lawyer, aren't you?
He's doing that on purpose. I know it.
Murder!
Oh, ooh, that's something new.
We just stab him.
Die! So,
No,
what
don't
about
kill
this?
my daddy.
So, what about this defense request?
It's related to the murder in People Park, actually.
Guess what? We found Mr. Eldrin's noodle stand at the scene of the crime.
Did you now? That's unusual indeed. Never heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think the murder weapon was something else.
You mean you don't know what the murder weapon was?
That funny detective lady won't let us on the scene. How rude. What kind of detective wears a lab coat anyway?
A lab coat? Didn't think she'd be involved with this.
You know her?
You could say that.
You slept with her, Apollo.
Oh God.
What?
So you know her, don't you?
I met her on a case. This is about 10 years ago. She was still a high school student at the time.
That would make her about the same age as me.
So you did sleep with her, Apollo?
That's my daddy. He knows all the police types. Oh, wait. Maybe you know the other guy, too.
That other guy?
That shining prince on the motorcycle.
Prince? Apollo, tell me about this Prince of Trucy's. Indulge a concerned father.
He was at the crime scene. He looked just like Mr. Gavin.
Did he now?
You know him?
My guess is he's Christoph Gavin's younger brother.
His brother?
We're acquaintances, after a fashion. Clavier Gavin, rock and roll god incarnate.
Javier, what a lovely name. He's so dreamy.
I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother? And what was he doing out there?
I have a feeling you'll be crossing paths soon, soon. Now, what was the problem again? Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park.
Yeah, that bitch won't let us through.
There, that's exactly what Trucy said.
Jesus.
Exactly what I said. That bitch won't let us through.
Go to the office. Under the silk top hat, you'll find a bottle of white powder.
Hide it.
Try taking that to this detective.
What is
White
this?
powder? I hope it's not what I think it is.
Just take it to her. It'll be fine. You'll see. Oh, and tell her I said hi.
Tell her you said hi. Yeah, you did sleep with her.
No,
He was
that's
in high
Peruvian,
school,
not
no.
Colombian.
I don't know.
That's not an issue in Japan.
No, it's still
I guess
creepy.
not, you know?
This is Lost
Still
Tokyo
creepy.
Angeles.
Yeah.
It's kind of creepy.
So this must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Huh?
What?
You know what this is, Trucy?
I remember finding some in Daddy's dresser when I was little.
That's safe.
I thought it looked like sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me.
Okay.
This is getting more and more suspicious.
I can't.
White powder placed gingerly in the pocket.
Mm.
It's a powder
We can
allegedly to improve.
Let's go talk to that
Sky's
detective
mood.
bitch.
His alleged ability to improve Detective Sky's mood. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
She's sure to know what that white powder is.
I bet she is.
Okay, guys are getting arrested. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yay, just like college. Does this ring any bells?
Is that... It couldn't. Where'd you get that?
I brought it from the office.
You work at the Wright & Co. law offices, yes?
Yes. Sort of.
Detective Sky, how do you know my daddy?
Daddy? I'm sorry. Who do you say you were?
Juicy Wright, Phoenix Wright's daughter.
What? Mr. Wright has a daughter?
You seem shocked.
Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice, then I'm available to help you in any way I can.
Oh, thanks. You could start by not calling me a Mr. Wright's apprentice.
Just waiting on Xander.
Oh, my bad. This powder is used for detecting fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright.
White powder memories? Oh, that'd be an awesome name for a song.
By the time I spent with Mr. Wright. Down in Colombia.
Oh my god.
If you find any evidence with fingerprints on it, please let me know. Well, dust for prints.
Well, she's quite an eager beaver all of a sudden.
Alright. And now we can talk to her. There will be certain witnesses throughout the entirety of the game that will refuse to talk to you
calling her a bitch.
unless you present them with a specific piece of evidence.
Gotcha.
This is just how it's been throughout all of the series. And sometimes you do have to like go somewhere else first, talk to somebody, then come back to the place where you wanted to be, and then you get to meet the witness that you wanted to talk to in the first place. Alright, so.
The report came in late last night. Body was found much as you see it now. Except it was a real body.
But why?
Why was the body pulling a noodle stand? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here.
Well, what was the cause of death?
A bullet wound to the temple. He was shot by a pistol.
Pistol?
Not the easiest thing to come by in this day and age.
That aged poorly.
Right, that's how we know it's not a movie.
Unless you're a cop, or a gangster, or a... I'll be quiet. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
Okay. Incidentally, the victim's name was Paul Maractus. I just received the autopsy report, in fact.
Access autopsy report added to the court record. Single bullet to the right temple after 10
Oh, it has to be connected to that clinic. Must have been the owner of it.
Indeed.
I mean, really? What's up with this case? It's enough to make me want to run off, pulling a mysterious noodle stand behind me.
Not so mysterious, actually. We should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from.
A likely story. I didn't come here to play games, you know.
Actually, we do know where the noodle stand came from. The noodle stand's owner is Phoenix Wright.
That's right.
Clearly Phoenix Wright.
No!
Look, I have better things to be doing.
Fuck you do.
I'd make more progress eating snacks than listening to this drivel.
Oh my god.
We could actually try investigating rather than just standing around.
Oh shit, now I gotta do it again.
Oh, we have to go through it all again.
Skip that shit.
Rereading.
Alright. There we go.
Who's the old guy?
This is the proprietor of El Dune's Noodle, Mr. El Dune himself.
He's famous in this part of town.
Not bad. I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work. Thanks.
Oh, sweet! Noodle stand added to the court record. You know, we just stuff it in there.
Yeah.
What sort of person was the victim anyway?
You mean what did he do? He was a doctor.
Doctor. I'm starting to see a connection here.
Alright, what do we want to go to
Panty
next?
thief.
Do we want to go to the victim or do
Ow.
we want to keep
Ow.
going with the story?
Ow!
You can go in
Ah,
order.
stop. Stop! Little
Go with the
shit.
story, I
Yeah.
guess.
Okay.
What do you want?
Who? Me? I'm just a supervisor for this crime scene.
What do you want? Who, me? So well. Oh god.
Detective Sky.
I was out of the country for a while. I came back to be a forensic scientist.
Oh, you were studying abroad?
Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic sciences, mind you. When I got back here, they threw me in criminal affairs, just like that.
Why didn't you just become a forensics expert in Europe?
Well, I suppose that was an option, but I had a lot of favors to repay to people back here.
Favors. What is she in high school when she left?
What? What's that look for? I was involved in an incident before I left. But Mr. Wright and his people helped me out. I owed them.
Really? I had no idea.
She's been out of the country for a while. She probably doesn't know about Mr. Wright's current state of affairs.
That's right, she doesn't know my daddy's things, okay?
Oh, I know your daddy very
Could
well.
you tell us a bit about the defendant?
He's the only son of the Kentucky. Oops, my bad.
He's the only son of the Kataki family, yes?
Walkie-talkie. I don't know if he's the boss's son, but he's certainly throwing his weight around. Violently. In the detention center.
I see.
Why was he arrested in the first place?
You're a defense attorney, aren't you? You're not his by any chance.
Actually, yes, I am.
Well, we have a witness at the moment of the crime.
Yeah?
The witness called the police. They'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow.
What?
Hey, I need a second here. I gotta go fucking put something. I gotta go put fucking food down for Pop Tart because he's fucking hungry.
Okay.
Oh,
And he keeps
Okay.
biting
You're
at
good.
me. Just give me a minute.
Sure.
Okay. Oh.
All right, comms clear.
Penis, 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 penis.
Oh my god.
It's okay. I timed
Munch,
it right.
munch,
Now
munch,
we're all.
munch, munch, munch.
Now we're gonna keep going. All right, straight as you.
Could you tell us a bit more about the victim?
No. Well, let's see. Apparently he's the physician at a clinic in the area. Quite well off too, from the sound of it.
From the look of it too.
And the clinic's name is the Maractus Clinic.
Maybe that's why the cop car was parked there.
What? You've been to the clinic?
Yeah, on a unrelated issue.
Found my panties!
In the car, yeah.
I told the detective about the case of the stolen noodle stand.
I see. So that means Dr. Maractus stole the stand and pulled it all the way here. That would seem to be... Oh,
That would seem to be the case.
but why?
Don't ask me.
All right. Now we should
Well-
be able to examine the rest of the scene too.
Awesome.
What do we want to start with? That's the real
Let's
question.
go. Let's go
The
for
mannequin.
the
The
mannequin,
statue. Yeah.
This mannequin is dressed up to look like a police officer. I've seen one at the station. A mannequin in the place of a body.
The victim. Oh, the body of the victim has already been removed.
Do you think the victim was the noodle stand thief?
What? Do you think this, someone killed him because he stole it?
Yeah! Taking care of business. Little Plum Kentucky style.
Try not to sound too eager about that, please.
All right. What do we want to look at
Jesus
next?
Christ.
The knife?
It's a knife.
Shiv, to be precise. Okay.
Oh,
Actually.
bingo!
Bingo.
The defendant, Walkie-talkie, is the son of known gangsters. The police are assuming this belongs to him.
Wait, but wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Huh. Look at this. There's a handprint on the shiv.
Handprint? Then there might be a fingerprint.
Who would have thought?
Dun, dun, dun.
Let's investigate.
I'm not doing this.
You're not?
No.
What do you mean?
First, choose the fingerprint you want to examine.
Choose a fingerprint?
Look closely at the handle.
Look, it's like it. Yeah, and it's kind of faded.
See? There's more than one fingerprint here.
Those black spots?
That's right. Pick the one you want to analyze.
I think probably the first one, then go down from there.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they kind of like. I
But
don't know,
also, can't we
fingerprint-
just examine them all?
Might as well.
Yeah.
Apparently not, just this one.
Right, let's get detecting.
Detecting. I hate this. Wow. She's practically glowing with excitement.
First, sprinkle some aluminium powder over the print. With the press of X, like this, see?
I pressed X. Cocaine.
Wait, are we in a video game? The print absorbs the aluminium powder, so you just dust it on. And blow it off.
Oh.
Hello?
Beat a blow.
It's like whistling. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just use a triangle. That's how I whistle.
Wow, amazing! It's like magic.
No. For every time I have to press triangle, y'all gotta blow into the mic.
Oh no!
Otherwise
Isn't
it
it
ain't
though?
gonna work.
Scream into the mic. Right. Let's give it a shot.
Incidentally, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with the powder.
Oh god, that means if you miss a corner, we gotta keep going. Okay, ready? I'm mashing X. I'm dusting this bitch.
I feel like they should actually show us a knife, not just like a random green board.
I know. I don't know.
Alright, who's ready to sniff some of this shit?
That's a big fucking fingerprint.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's not done yet.
Ah!
Okay.
Ah!
Guy, I get. Wait, stop. I got lightheaded.
He's gonna get an aneurysm. That's gonna be the end of it.
Good. Clear. Quite impressive. Next, so match the print. The police office has samples so you can tell whose finger the print belongs to. That doesn't sound...
No, that's Apollo, that's Apollo.
That doesn't sound like as much fun as actually finding the print.
I don't have moving mouths, so I can't tell.
I don't know whose it is.
Okay, pick the person whose print you think this is. You probably have a good idea whose knife this is already. What?
Is it Kitaki? Because, like, he's the murderer. I know he got murdered with a gun, but is that what we're thinking? Or the victims?
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh, so
it's
this
a
is how they
match.
did it.
That is a match.
Okay, so originally in the DS version, you would have the bottom screen that would show the person that you were looking at, and the top screen would show like the fingerprint, and then you'd have the fingerprint in the background of that one. All right, well, it's this one. Oh god, they didn't change the font for this. This is still the DS
Oh
font.
wow.
So the fingerprints do belong to the defendant.
Yes. Isn't it amazing? Ah, the power of science. It's my life.
What a nerd.
Your life sucks.
Huh.
Apollo. She's
Oh my God.
sparkling.
And I'm dimming.
Look sharp, spirits up. The real fight is yet to come.
Shut up, Polly.
That hasn't even started. I'm already losing.
Losing.
Knife added to the court record. All right, that was just one thing. There's still more things to look at.
The trash can and the needle stand.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
There's got to be a good clue or two around here.
You guys aren't ready for this.
I bet it's someone's career.
You and your trash cans. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Stray.
Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Huh?
Oh no.
Look, another pair of underwear?
Wow, Apollo, you're a genius at finding panties.
No.
Stop saying that. Wait, these aren't...
These are
But
plums.
they're not mine.
These have been stolen too?
Bloomers added to the court record.
Hey, those are
Distinctive
what's her
bloomers,
faces,
to say the
maybe. I
Plums,
think.
plums, yeah.
So, have you met the defendant?
No.
Visiting hours are almost over at the detention center. You might think about wrapping it up here and heading over.
Good idea. I don't know what good it will do. We have a witness, a knife with prints. Have I mentioned I've got a bad feeling about this?
Don't worry, it's like a right tradition.
Some traditions I can live without.
All right.
The
What do we wanna
bucket?
do? The
The
bucket?
noodles. Yeah.
No, I can't.
I think they're all one thing.
It's all, yeah.
Oh,
Well, we haven't examined it yet.
No, yeah.
Excellent.
And this is Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand, obviously.
It does say Eldoon in big letters, doesn't it?
And the mark on the paper lantern there looks familiar.
It's going to be a little weird telling him with what the corpse and all.
Anyway, that wraps up 3 of our cases.
That's right. Congratulations, Apollo.
And that leaves us with 1 case that's worse than all 3 put together. Murder.
Ooh, the tarp?
The tarp.
Tarp.
Blue tarps have been placed on the ground around the stand.
Apollo, I bet the victim was going to have a picnic here.
Okay.
I guess he could have eaten all the noodles he wanted.
Don't touch those. Those are preserving the crime scene.
Oh, I guess the police put these tarps down here after all.
Oops.
Let me take a look at the knife again. What's this? Oh, nothing here.
Benches line the river running through the park.
Ah, a little urban oasis. I bet children come here to splash around in the water.
The river's a little deep for splashing and a little dirty.
Well, they could listen to the water and pretend they were playing.
What an interaction.
Mhm.
I'm so glad I found that. Nothing else for you? Nope. Okay. So, of course, we have 2 things left to do.
Give.
We found some bloomers.
Let's go
I
give
don't think
those
she
to
cares
Plum.
about them. Yeah.
Give me back to Miskataki.
She is not here. How
Oh.
unfortunate.
Ooh.
Okay.
And then I guess that leaves us with only one thing to do. Visiting hours are almost over.
We gotta go talk to the guy.
Yeah, he's Andrew gets to talk again. June 15th, detention center, visitors room. I'm sorry. Meeting hours for the day are all done.
But we still have 3 minutes.
I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. The father's talking in the private room with him.
A father? You mean like a priest?
I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kitaki himself.
Big wins.
Not someone I care to meet.
And then Xander, you'll say this.
Die, you! You're the one on your way out, old!
Ah, they're here.
Oh god.
Whoa, this guy radiates power. Power. With a cute apron?
You Walkie's lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm Big Wins Kitaki, fourth head of the Kitaki family. Capiche?
Actually, I came here to speak with your son.
Mr. Justice.
Yes.
My son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, it wouldn't be good. Capiche?
Yes. I'm all about capising. Capice loud and clear.
You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
And then this is Xander.
What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more. Not now. You know, I wanted to go to the clink. I like it here.
You must be Walkie.
A G's not a G till he does some hard time. Bazoy! You'll see. When I get out of here, things will change.
Silence! My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy.
Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that.
You can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You heard me? I don't need no trial. I did it.
I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow.
Oh shit.
How much for talking to our client?
But we made such progress today. We even found my panties. I had fun at least.
Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial?
Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come check it out. With my magical panties.
It's not like you have any important
be
work to do
continued.
or anything.
It's a good time to save it too. We're probably
Yeah.
nearing the 55 or whatever
Yeah.
for your video.
Ba-da-da-da.
Come here.
Alright. So then
Wow.
let's go to here.
Come here, buddy.
So,
June 16th, 9:46 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2.
Mr. Wright's not here today?
Damn, I can't voice nothing.
He said his old foot injury was acting up.
Old injury. He was all smiles yesterday. Now must have really done a number to him.
Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy.
Yes. Fine. We'll be fine. Here comes justice! I started my voice training at 5 this morning.
nerd.
Oh, do some now. I want to see here.
Oh, okay. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine!
That sounds more like a self-mantra voice than voice training.
Alright, this is Xander. I think. I think this is Xander
Oh,
being
you got
the defendant.
I'm fine. I know what I'm saying.
Is this Apollo again?
Good morning.
Yo, sup? Hit me with the guilty verdict, G. See if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow. You know what I'm saying?
Not really.
Walk. Don't be running your mouth like that in here.
See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can't keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen.
You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Sounds like they've both been in voice training too, Apollo.
My worst fears realized. The trial's starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client.
June 16th, 10 a.m., District Court. Courtroom number 4. Alright, now this is gonna be funny.
Oh, it is
We're
now.
gonna
Oh, never mind.
we're gonna have Xander be the judge, and then Xander's also gonna play the defendant from certain scenes.
It's fine. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kataki.
It's your boy, Apollo.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ready to rock and roll, hair judge.
Ah, it's him, the guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor?
It's Mr. Gavin's brother.
Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence?
You know that little band I started in my free time? Thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say 9 to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah?
I see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. I feared that you might still be distraught over that one trial.
Not to worry, hair judge. I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than my VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength of the little boy who bested my brother? It was worth canceling a show or two.
Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court.
Before that, I was thinking... Is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious?
It is a court of law.
That's no way to get the crowd jumping, hair judge.
They're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom.
Achtung, baby. Today, we play it my way.
What's that noise?
Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down to prosecuting.
This is crazy.
The victim, Pal Maractus, director of the Maractus Clinic. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand.
What in the world was a doctor doing pulling a noodle stand?
Yes, I believe you will only find that out by asking the defendant, right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim.
What do you mean, undeniable?
If you are to glare at anyone, Herr Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. His crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see.
Very well. Please admit this witness to the court.
Nine. Not yet. First, there is a little matter to be cleaned up.
Did you talk without the accompaniment?
I swear, I could see the guitar for a second.
What is it, Prosecutor Gavin?
The motive, Herr Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of the Maractus Clinic?
Not so fast. The defendant doesn't have to explain that.
Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requests to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said.
What?
I can't believe you said that, Mr. Judge.
What is right?
They always say that on stage you should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like he got you good, huh, Polly?
Well, this is highly unusual, but... The court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. So, you, son of the defendant, Walkie, are you?
I ain't your son, old man. You step to a Kentucky. You best be prepared to step strong.
You step to a public official, you'd best be prepared to step into jail.
You gotta hand it to him, Walkie sure has guts.
It's not guts I'm worried about.
Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself!
Witness testimony. Walkie-talkie's truth.
I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later. Bye. So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OG is gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying?
You're saying you were one of the victim's patients?
A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True that. I tell you one thing, that doc was whack.
Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination.
Are you doing good, Sam?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take the judge for these moments if you want.
No, I got this. Just.
Alright.
Unless someone else wants to take up a role, I'm good.
No. You said you wanted the
I
judge.
can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all of this.
Cross-examination. Alright. What
Gotcha.
stuck out to you guys?
I want to know more about his operation.
Yeah.
I was in the clinic about half a year ago. Okay, so how did he mess up? That's what I want to know.
So you were a patient at the Maractus Clinic half a year ago. For what reason?
I have what you might call a mark of honor.
Can you explain precisely what was wrong?
Well, running with the rivals family.
Right. That's exactly right.
That's when I pulled a jack
right.
move. And ran into an ambush. She busted a cap right in me.
According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting. And ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time by yourself.
Hey, I was more than a match for those guys.
So you were carried to the Maractus Clinic from there.
Apparently, he was shot in the heart.
Shot in the heart, and he's still alive? Bro, me too.
I can't catch bullets between. I can catch bullets between my teeth, but I never learned how to catch them with my heart.
The bullet stopped just short of my thumper. You know what I'm saying? I would have been golden if it weren't for that whack doc. Can't even take out a stupid bullet.
So, as you say, the surgery was a failure.
That ain't all of it, Holmes. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later. Bye.
You don't have to reread these.
Ask him.
Yeah, ask him this sus question.
Okay.
What do you mean he just let you go without a word?
What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what.
I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad.
It sounds as though Herr Doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go.
He's a liar, straight up. He's a better G than me. So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again.
Ask who?
So this bullet is still...
You know it, I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart.
Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles.
Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice.
Word, J-Man. We're no accident. That's for shizzle.
Good lord.
It seems that there were issues with this doctor.
Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor.
Walkie, please, consult your lawyer before saying things like that.
Get up, Apollo. Back straight.
But why did this mistake only come to light that day?
It was found during the family health checkup.
The family checkup?
That was the wackest thing of all. All us G's lining up taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than fade away. Bizoy!
A relief to hear.
Huh? What's a relief?
Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you.
What? What?
Yes, Herr Dr. Maracus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life.
No way! That's whacked!
There is proof. Your checkup report.
Walkie's checkup report added to the court record. Metallic object found in your charge.
How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you.
Oh, I will read it. Oh. Okay.
Urgent exam needed. Oh, good. Bit sparse. You're almost as careless as he was. Ahahaha. Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started.
Started?
We've had enough of a warm-up act, yeah? Time to hear from the witness.
Lucky sure is quiet all of a sudden.
I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy?
So, you will tell us your name and occupation.
My name is Wesley Stickler. By occupation, I take it you mean the Providence Society at large supports a livelihood, in which definition I must confess to being unemployed. However, we must acknowledge the meaning of identity, which is commonly attached to the notion of occupation, and once we have accepted this reality, we see that our confusion is not gestalt per se, but derives instead from the vagueness inherent in all representations of thought.
By which he means to say that he is a student.
What the fuck?
A junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of truth, honing my...
Herr Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today.
Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime.
You ask quite simplistically what I saw. However, we must understand that Homo sapiens possess two eyes, each of these designed to receive and interpret data, sending images in the form of signals. Witness testimony. A night in the park. That night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping, when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot. The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead.
Was there anyone else in the park at the time?
I can say with 100% accuracy that there was not.
The pistol our witness refers to is this.
What accepts this into evidence?
Pistol added to the court record. 2 rounds were fired, fingerprints were wiped.
Wait, he's got a contradiction. Oh, sorry.
Very well, Mr. Justice. You may cross-examine the witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Trucy, why are you staring like that at the witness?
That man. I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before.
What?
Cross-examination. Alright, so what do we want to start with?
Can we see the court evidence really quick?
We need to look at the Onda.
I want to see the report of death, like the...
Autopsy?
Yeah, the autopsy report. To the right temple, and he said straight in the forehead.
Very good.
Hmm.
Caught that immediately, huh? Now,
We can examine if we wanted to know more.
Oh yeah.
I don't like how their eyes close.
What? What? How he blinks.
Look, what
I like his purse slips all the time.
Yeah.
That's the kind of face he's making.
Oh, there's also that that contradiction as well. 2 rounds were fired.
That's true.
So 2 rounds were missing from the magazine. All right. Is this the only thing we want to ask about, or do we want to?
Yeah. Do we want to press anything first?
You probably should.
Does it show the picture shows him with a knife? So we could check. We might as well just press everything. It's fun.
Okay, that's fine. Oops, I forgot to walk.
On the way home from shopping, you say, "Why go through the park?"
Ah, a fascinating inquiry, revealing me culpable of being insufficiently verbose. Let us consider the time saved by passing through the park on the way home from the store. In that time, I am capable of solving 2 GMAT problem sets. On average, it requires me 3 minutes 24 seconds to complete each set. Ergo, the time to complete each one is on average 6 minutes 48 seconds. However, in the case of questions of...
That's enough. Enough. I get the idea.
Mr. Justice, the court hopes to finish the cross-examination sometime this month.
Please, I have a recording booked after this trial.
And I've got a show to perform.
Gee, sorry you're all so busy.
Why are we all putting the blame on Apollo, though?
I don't know.
He's the one
It's
that
always
asked
the,
the question.
the defense attorney's fault.
One man pulling a stand, another man facing him.
Just to be spiteful.
Were these men talking by any chance?
Now that you mention it, they were, though I cannot claim I heard them clearly. Only fragments, such as, "You lied to me," oh, and, "I'm going to give you a taste of your own medicine, pal."
It's just as our defendant claims. I believe he wished to teach the victim what it felt like to take a bullet in the heart.
He fucking missed, didn't he?
I missed my shit, yeah.
If that's true, then this is a vital piece of the testimony.
Sounds like you heard them clearly enough to me.
Hold it! Might I be allowed to amend my testimony?
What now?
To be precise, he did not say pal, but man. Yes, that was the way of it. I swear it on my diploma.
What's the difference?
And this other man? Who was he?
I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant.
How could you be so sure it was the defendant? The crime took place at night. It would have been too dark.
That's the you a bitch face. Perhaps I was remiss in not mentioning this earlier.
Huh?
You see, in class, I always sit in the very backmost seat. Do you know why?
Who cares?
Because I do not wish anyone to copy my perfect notes.
And this relates to your testimony, how?
I mention this to illustrate my predisposition to that which is perfect. It was dark, you say, yet there are lights in the park. If I say the defendant was in the park that night, then he was in the park that night. It is a hard, immutable fact.
He sure is confident.
He's gonna be telling the truth, too.
In his hand he held Yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. Is he selling lemonade?
Are you sure the pistol? Are you sure the pistol you saw is the same one as submitted by the evidence?
Am I sure? Surely. You jest. Or so a common witness would be tempted to say.
Huh?
Yet I am no common witness. I see not only events as they are, but the logical structure governing these events. First, we must consider the fact that it was night in the park, which indeed restricted my field of vision due to insufficient levels of illumination. Now, if we consider the pistol, let us call it Object A, was indeed shrouded in darkness, it becomes difficult to say with which certainty Object A was indeed Object A.
I think he means he couldn't see it that clearly. I mean,
My badge for a normal witness.
Yet the fact that a pistol was fired before my eyes is indisputable. I can still see it when I close my eyes. The defendant raised his weapon. A shot. The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Do we want to press this or just immediately like...
Press it.
Yeah, let's press it.
Okay.
I will find some information.
Ooh,
Are you absolutely certain only one shot was fired?
Yes. Of course it was one shot. Why do you ask?
Aha! A contradiction, finally! Mr. Stickler, according to the court record, the pistol was fired twice.
Good eyes, Hair Justice. You're cool. Real cool.
You think so?
Yet, there is no reason why this other shot had to have been fired that night.
Oh.
Meaning?
This pistol came from the Kitaki family mansion, yeah? I think it's not unreasonable to assume the pistol had been fired once before that night. During perhaps another altercation?
He's got a point.
Judging from his smug expression, I see the prosecutor Gavin had that answer ready before he even spotted the problem.
He seems pretty confident in his testimony.
We always make the biggest mistakes when we're our most confident. He's got a weak point somewhere, Apollo. Find it!
Right. Better give that testimony another listen.
Okay.
Now we present it.
Yeah.
We have learned so much about this witness.
He's a yapper, for real.
Too much, some would say.
I did my best. I totally forgot about
the
that.
way you kept up with the dialogue is honestly impressive.
Yeah.
What was it again? This?
Yeah.
Okay, single bullet to temple.
Whew, if that's all of it, I think I have a chance.
Is that you relaxing, I see, Hair Justice?
Objection!
Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice.
Apollo, pace yourself. The trial's not over yet.
Right, look at this.
The autopsy report? Is there a problem with the autopsy report?
Right, a problem. Yes, the problem is the location of the entry wound.
The location?
You testify that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not?
Oh, I have already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It is quite simple, really. First, understand that when I say square, I speak not of geometrical absolutes. What do I mean by this? For example, the deflection of a meter is... Oh, I can't read that. The wavelength of the light emitted by a krypton particle, for all we know. It is a well-known fact that krypton particles are rare and invisible to the naked eye, which points to the basic fallacy of your line of reasoning.
Mr. Justice?
Yes?
Was your objection to these, krypton particle things?
This is the big time, and you're obsessed with something so small. You disappoint me.
No, I'm not. I'm obsessed with something big. I mean, there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here.
Oh, do tell.
Let's look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was the right temple.
Temple?
Mr. Stickley, you said that clearly the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction, isn't it?
Little hair flicked up.
It is, right? Finally.
Hair justice. Oh, hair justice.
Yes.
Your tactics are outdated. Trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles? Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago. Phoenix Wright, was it?
Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to this testimony.
Hey, her forehead.
Forehead?
Let us imagine you're walking through the park. You see two men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, Herr Forehead?
Well, I guess I would probably stop them. I'd shout stop.
And you, Fräulein?
Me? Well, I'd probably scream, eek!
And you, Herr Stickler? What did you shout, I wonder?
If the victim turned his head at the last moment. Oh.
Oh, yes. Thank you for jogging my memory.
It sounds like an addendum to the testimony is required.
Witness testimony. Night in the park. 2. Electric Boogaloo. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. Cease this at once, you two! I cried, with composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene.
I see.
Xander?
So you attempted to stop the crime.
Indeed.
Bullshit.
With composure.
Well, maybe the criminal
Composure.
wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that.
Like a bitch. With
Cease this at once.
Cease this at once.
That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately.
Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. The witness, Mr. Stickler, was it, stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something of this nature. And the victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. If the killer were to have fired at just that moment, as we can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple, as in the report.
That does seem to be the case.
Witness the power of a junior in Ivy University's Department of Science.
Very well, Mr. Justice. You may cross-examine the witness.
Okay, so
Now what are we thinking?
I already
Oh,
found
what
a
are we thinking
contradiction.
now?
If he tossed the pistol,
did you now?
Yeah, if he tossed the pistol, how come the prints are wiped? Who wiped the prints if he tossed
Yeah.
the pistol?
Yeah, you're right.
Good point.
But let's press.
Okay, cool. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action.
So you saw a raised pistol. You weren't frightened?
It can be said we students of Ivy University know no fear. The moment I saw that pistol, my inner sense of justice compelled me to take action.
That was certainly brave of you. You might have gotten shot, God willing.
You certainly were lucky. If I were in the killer's shoes, I certainly wouldn't have left a witness behind.
He actually looks like he had no idea he was in danger.
Regardless, I attempted to halt the bloodshed. Cease it at once, you two, I cried, with composure.
Are you sure both men were able to hear your voice?
They were, of course. My high, exquisite voice echoed through the park.
And the victim responded to that Claritin call.
Quite. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out.
Did you hear the gunshot at the same time as the victim turned?
Indeed. I would say about the same time, to be precise.
And the victim didn't ask you for help?
It can be said that he didn't have time to ask. He didn't even have time to take a single step.
I'm totally sure that the killer fired because Mr. Stickler startled him.
Don't say that too loud, Trucy, please.
Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened.
Can you describe the killer's actions more clearly?
He seemed quite surprised, especially considering that it was he who did the deed. As we can see, human psychology is a tangled web indeed.
He simply couldn't believe what he had done. He shot, he panicked. A common tale, but true.
Unfortunately, before I could take further action. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. Press this one as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. Just making sure.
You didn't try to apprehend the criminal?
It all happened so fast. I'm afraid I had at the time.
Doesn't something about that strike you as odd, Apollo?
What?
The killer was in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol and tossed it right away.
According to the testimony, that's what happened, yes.
In that case, I expect to find something that we didn't find.
Find something... Find what?
I like that contradiction. Kind of sad to see it go.
That is as I feel. What do we do now?
Damn.
At least the testimony's getting a little clearer.
She's right. Maybe we can find something to use in this new testimony.
Okay, now we do what Xander said.
Yay.
And then you find out he's wrong.
No.
Wait a second.
Another misleading request. Yet you're so beholden to your own mode of discourse, you can't see how it affects you.
Come again?
Wait a second, you say? A second? Oh, we intended to wait just that, a single second, 1/60th of a minute. That's hardly enough time to draw a breath, let alone make a statement in court. Now, had you asked for a longer period of time, say 3 minutes, 35 seconds,
Mr. Justice, this is somehow your fault again.
Yes, Your Honor.
Am I to understand you're objecting the length of a second?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, I mean, no. Here, just look at the pistol.
Let me point it at you, Your Honor.
It doesn't,
Hands up, Your Honor. This is a robbery.
it doesn't have a single fingerprint on it.
Ah, common ploy, made all the more common, I fear, by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints.
Wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran.
That's right. He didn't have time to wipe the gun for prints.
Ah, the little girl sticking it to the university student. There's a song in there.
I'm not little.
Haha. Then let's think like adults, shall we, Fräulein?
What?
What if the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves?
Gotta admit, I didn't think of that, Apollo.
We know he wasn't, though, because of the knife.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mr. Justice?
The killer had been wearing gloves?
Oh, I guess.
No.
The record of the murder weapon is very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were wiped, which means some trace of the fingerprints remained. Which contradicts your testimony. If everything happened as you say it did, he wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol.
That may be, but it does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant, he threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime, strongly suggesting that this was the weapon he disposed of.
That sounds solid to me. Well, head for head, any of your precious objections?
What gives, Apollo? Let's see that voice training go to work.
You know, I've only recently realized something.
What's
No
up?
matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say.
Damn.
What do you mean nothing to say? Isn't it obvious from what the witness just said?
Huh? Isn't what obvious?
When he restated what he saw just now, he just said he saw Waki drop a murderous weapon. But that's not the same as being 100% sure of what Waki threw away.
You're right.
He's just confused because a pistol was found at the scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. It must be hard to be so perfect and yet so wrong.
Brutal.
Well, it can be said that I'm quite offended. Well, it is indeed true that once in my youth I wrote that was seized by the teacher and posted on the blackboard for all to see, for the appellation Paul might be prefixed to my name, yet as for the issue at hand...
He said in his own blood.
What we can say for certain is that the witness saw the killer throw something. Does the defense have anything to say about this?
Well, if what he threw wasn't a pistol...
Then it had to be something else.
At least one person on the defense team seems to be thinking.
I'll wipe that smile off of your pretty face, Gavin. My face.
Perhaps you can inform the court as to the nature of this
Oh my.
something else. What did the killer throw away before fleeing the scene?
Who's these panties?
No, my panties.
Of course. These
Oh,
panties
wooga!
found at the scene.
Oh, those panties. Those aren't my panties.
Okay.
Did you just stab me? Is that a sword? I saw one of those on the late night movie last night. What the heck?
Great. A sleep deprived judge.
What does he watch?
I don't know, brain rot.
This knife was found at the scene of the crime with the defendant's prints on it.
His prints?
This single piece of evidence proves two important things. One, that what the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. And two, that the defendant wasn't wearing gloves.
Indeed.
Oh, hair forehead? You're forgetting two other things you've just proven.
Huh?
One, that the man the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Waki-Kitaki. Two, that the defendant was holding a knife with the intent of harming the victim.
Oh,
Indeed.
never underestimate a Gavin is the lesson here.
This court is of the opinion that our witness is fond of making assumptions. In that light, I believe it would behoove us to hear about what really occurred. With less assuming, please.
It says right here, you're a bitch.
Mark left the house on foot, and 5 minutes later his brother left after him. How long would it take for Mark's brother to catch up to him? Assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light. Assuming. Yes, that's what I said. Assuming. As if that were a probable situation at all. Yet here you are, assuming that my assumption is no better.
What this court assumes is that the witness will testify as to what happened after the shot was fired. Bitch.
Witness testimony. From shot to call. I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene. Nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else.
Why didn't you chase the killer?
He was, as you say, a killer. Of course, I could have run him down. Yet, what would he have done when cornered? Sadly, it takes more than an aptitude for solving quadratic equations to know that.
Did the testimony earlier not prove the defendant's presence at the scene? And do we not also know that there was no one else there? It seems clear that we have our killer. Does it not?
Does it not, Mr. Justice?
I'd better find a way to take this testimony down quick.
It's damaging to my case. Cross-examination. So what the fuck happened? I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene.
Which way did the killer run?
By that time, It was clear the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction.
That would mean he ran into the opposite direction from the Kitaki mansion.
Oh, don't even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All he had to do was look back once he was out of sight.
How did he know that's where I was going?
Nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience.
You were suddenly composed for someone who had just witnessed a killing.
Okay. If one is to devote one's life to the pursuit of science, one must never flinch at the sight of a little blood. Nor be so moved by a chemical discovery that one drops one's flask upon the lab room floor.
Oh, cool answer. Very cool.
So nothing strange about how he acted. Trisha looks like she has something to say. I better mute her.
Wow.
Echo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Sir, there's been a murder right here in the courtroom.
Was it your first thought to call an ambulance?
It can be said that I have dabbled in medicine. The injury I witnessed, namely a single shot to the head, tends to result in death. Ergo, there was no need for me to call an ambulance. Oh, a perfect syllogism. A proof in 3 parts. Exquisite. Simply exquisite.
He actually looks like he's going to cry.
Cry or...
The other C word.
Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else.
Can you tell us in detail about these 10 minutes?
I stood in a state of heightened awareness. Anything could happen at any moment. Anyone could appear from any direction.
Is that all?
No one came. Nothing happened at all. I saw it all, which is to say, I saw nothing.
It was late at night. It's not odd to think there would be a few people around in the park.
So we just stood there, watching. Not much to go on there. Seriously, if you've got something to say, by all means say it. Sorry, I'm sneezing a bunch.
Let me say it then. God.
I can't find a single problem with that testimony.
I had enough at last, hair forehead.
Maybe it's time to back off a bit.
Ooh.
Ooh, the last decision.
Uh-oh. Alright, guys, pressure's on here.
I can't think of a contradiction in what he said from what we have. Maybe we've proved enough with this guy?
We did press him a lot, though.
Or did somebody else has
We pressed
think of
every
something?
statement.
So we proved that he was at the crime scene, but we are
But he
in
was
the process.
holding a knife, not a gun.
Yeah. And we're in the process of disproving that he's the killer, because why would his knife have the fingerprints and not the gun?
But not the gun.
Yeah.
According to the testimony, he threw the gun down. But then we said no, it has to be the knife because that was thrown down and that has fingerprints on it. So then
Is that enough from this guy?
He couldn't have wiped the gun. But all Gavin was saying was all like, "Yeah, so what? That still means that Walkie Kitaki was there along with the dead body. That still makes him prime suspect."
Yeah, but
Does?
it makes him sure, but like it doesn't prove he's the killer, which is what we're trying to go for.
Well, that's why we're in trial right now.
Push it.
If we can't disprove this,
Huh?
I don't know.
if we can't disprove his testimony, by finding a contradiction in there somewhere, then guess what? It's just going to be taken as truth.
So,
Because after all, he was the one that called the cops to find the body.
I think this is a red herring. I think we didn't get any hints on to press anything or to.
But Trucy had
someone-
something to say. What did she have to
Yeah,
say?
y'all wouldn't let me say it.
Hmm.
Did you hear something, guys?
Nothing important, guys. Nothing important.
Wow. So rude.
So, is it time to back off? Or do we keep pressing? Do we keep trying
Press.
Screw it, dude.
I have something to say. I mean,
Push,
come on
push,
now.
push, push,
Yeah,
push.
let's
Might
keep
as well.
pushing.
Okay.
The defense still
Hold
has
that
some
thought.
questions. Demand answers, Your Honor.
You can hold that. Wait. Pause that. Okay. Restarted that. What? Say that again, Siri.
Like after this guy's testimony, I think I'll be ready to finish up.
Okay, that's good.
Your opinion, Prosecutor Gavin?
Oh. Oh, let him play attorney until he's satisfied, I say. I will amuse myself by composing my next smash hit in my head.
Okay, very well. You may continue with the cross-examination.
Can we look at the court record?
Sure.
Is that his phone?
Oh, yeah. We never figured out whose phone that it was.
So if we presented
it was-
him and he say he killed, but that's a hard proof.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's his
That's-
or not. Yeah, this one.
No, I wasn't. Okay, I wasn't ready yet.
Your Honor, that statement
yeah.
contradicts this
Oh
evidence.
no! Oh no!
Hey, all right. This is my favorite line in all of
I
the
was just
games.
talking out loud.
The fuck? It does? I don't see anything contradictory.
You sure about that?
Objection overruled.
Oh.
Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Justice.
Just thinking out loud.
That didn't go over well.
Well, I was about to tell you something, but you told me to shut up.
No.
Put you on full
Tracy.
mute.
Damn it, Siri.
Now what?
You're blowing the case.
We have 4 more. We're fine. Wait, what's the checkup? No.
We already pressed everything.
Yes, we did.
None of it.
Maybe we should have backed off.
I think, but I can't think of anything that's contradictory.
Do we have anything that says when police arrived? Between 10:15 p.m. and 10:45 p.m. Didn't say when the cops arrived.
Yeah, we gotta back off. There's really nothing we got on this guy.
Oh, this is actually new. Didn't do this.
This is way too self-assured.
Is there? Okay.
I'm just waiting for
There's
sure.
got to be a weakness somewhere in this testimony.
Hmm.
Spit it out, Trucy.
Don't let me, I will.
So what would it be? Oops, shit.
Yeah, they give us a hint.
You can't say that. A magician never, ever reveals their secrets.
Fair.
Reveal these hands.
If only Nee was here. She might remember. She might remember what happened. It's important
something-
to do here too. But we can't do it right now.
Your Honor, my client Pinky promises he didn't do it.
Wait, did Phoenix? No.
Phoenix was hit by a car, but
Yeah,
we don't have
he,
that in
like,
the court record.
Fly past. Yeah. Can we go back to the court record?
Call the police. Simply leave the scene in good conscience. This is just where he says he stood there. And this is where he says, well, the killer left.
It's this? Can we look at the
Hold
court
up.
record?
Oh yeah.
So
Mhm.
the person leaving would head towards the river and just wrap around the trees and back there.
Anyone could have been hiding back there and like shot him, but
Urabuka and shot him.
It would have to be in the right temple though.
oh
Well,
shoot.
Well, you definitely could have done that. What they're saying here is that stickler shouted, and that caused him to turn his head.
No, you're right, but
And then somebody from the Kitaki mansion position would have the ability to shoot him right in the temple. Not somebody from like further in the trees in the park.
can't think of what any of these contradict though.
Your Honor, I present my attorney's badge.
I'm a lawyer, so I'm right.
Okay,
No, you're
not guilty.
Right was the other guy.
Guilty. My client is guilty. Hang that mother. I'll be quiet. I got the rope right here now.
Keep going. But Apollo, I have
Is my
something to
client
say.
a perfect man?
Yo,
Yeah, I killed him.
it.
Is he a perfect man? Absolutely. I mean, look at him. He looks like the living embodiment of somebody who shops at Spencer's.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pinnacle of male performance right here.
All right.
Gotta
I'll-
say.
You made a-
Since it's just getting later for everybody, I will just spoil it all. No, there is no contradiction in this testimony.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
When
I
he
figured.
asks, when we have to back off, the answer is yes to move on.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured. We didn't get much of a hint.
Dang, Truce, you could have let us know instead of wasting our time.
You know what? I want to hear it from you,
Lazy.
Apollo. No.
Some of us of glamorous careers would like to get back to this month, Hair Forehead.
They don't have enough to put Walkie away yet. Should I back off for now? Yes.
Just back off. Oh my god.
Nick at night.
I think this is a good
Yeah.
stopping point for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think
What will
so.
Trucy say next time? What will I say next time
No.
to
We're
Apollo?
gonna keep going just a bit further, and then we're gonna end because there's a save point coming up here soon.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I get to say whatever I get to say then.
There's
Maybe.
nothing fishy about that testimony at all.
It appears there are no objections to the witness' current testimony.
There are any number of ways to explain the lack of print on the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer really was wearing gloves, which wiped the previous user's prints off. Then, after the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket as he was throwing the gun away. A mistake befitting of a small-time punk, in my opinion.
It seems we come to the end of the line here.
Ooh.
No, that can't be all.
How unfortunate. It seems that you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me. Were you, Hair Forehead?
I believe this brings the cross-examination to a close. This court will now declare a verdict for the defendant, Walkie Kataki.
Hold it!
What the heck?
No.
But Percy!
Nobody move!
Oh, what is the meaning of this? Who are you?
There'll be no verdict in this court. Not yet.
Wait, are you one of the Katakis?
The Katakis? You mean the notorious gangsters? With the rap music?
If you don't want to see me give the pretty little girl a new smile, do as I say. Adjourn the court for 20 minutes.
Save me, please!
Oh, what? This court will not bow to the pressure from the likes of...
Hair Judge. I see little point in further aggravating this gentleman.
Where the hell's the bailiff?
Fucking right.
Recess, 20 minutes, or I promise you, you'll regret it.
Just do what he says!
But wait, how did he disappear so fast?
Bro, how do you get over that?
Oh shoot. I just
The
lagged.
defendant, Lobby Apollo?
I suppose I have no choice but to adjourn for a 20-minute recess. Bailiff, catch that mysterious man!
Bailiff, you're freaking
To be
useless.
Honestly, what the hell?
Yo,
Where were
really?
you?
Who let this man in the court? Who with the knife?
I don't know. I don't know what he has
Okay.
against me, but oh my gosh.
And that's the end of this part. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Everybody, you can now say bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you next time.